Don't say that. You're gonna get canceled,
Okay,
bro.
okay.
Come on, don't use that word.
can't.
The couple want to get married at 18. That means they were already a couple before they wanted to get married.
If you fast on a Tuesday, but you accidentally eat a date, got it.
During the time of Hajj.
Ismail, explain that, please.
I can't.
If getting a tattoo wasn't haram, what tattoo would you get?
If it was halal, where would you like it? Come on, man. They all follow the Muslim principle. So, you know.
Oh, maybe they're fans of the Dawah CEO.
Yes, exactly.
Guys, the Muslim Principle podcast. We're back. I'm Safe, co-host with the Muslim Principle.
Muslim principle.
Also, our co-host that came back from the dark, Ismail Sareli, came from the jungle.
That was the worst
Yo, he's
butchery of my
he's
last
not from
name.
the dark, bro. He's from the light, bro. And he brought the light back.
Noor, you know.
Weren't you in like Saudi? No, that's the other guy. Sorry. We're back, guys. Welcome to another episode. I want to start with asking Ismail, how's, obviously you too, Sheikh, but specifically Ismail because he's been in the dark. Where you been?
In the dark.
No, but there are many types of darkness.
Not the darkness of the heart, alhamdulillah.
Alhamdulillah. I think it means he was like in his bedroom, like with the lights off.
Depressed. Depressed. 2 weeks into uni and it already has me like this.
University.
Yes, that's what uni stands for, say.
Shulik, right? Remember Shulik?
Schulich.
That's right.
Schulich
That's
School
right.
of Business. Not York, Schulich School of Business.
That's right.
Oh, cool. What about you, Sheikh? 2 weeks.
Alhamdulillah. No, for me, it's just another year. You know, years go by, and Alhamdulillah, the beautiful thing is when you're in the khidmat of the community, service of the community, years go by, you thank Allah. You have no regrets, Alhamdulillah. So, yeah, when you guys get into the workforce, make sure you're doing something that you are proud of and that you're happy with. All right. Otherwise, the years are gonna fly by, and you're like, "What did I do? What did I accomplish?"
Safe, please
Alright.
sit back. Your very long hairs disturb my view of our Sheikh.
I apologize. So for this episode, guys, we got a feedback from you, mostly
Yeah.
my own personal feedback. I'm not gonna lie, but I think that we took too much of a professional vibe for the last podcast and maybe even the last two.
Professional podcast.
You can't be too
were wearing-
professional, can't
You were wearing an underwear on your head. What part of that screams professional?
Yeah, I know. What he was like a Jamaican at one point,
Jamaican
and then
then. So he went from Jamaican to a bum.
Can you
And now
define?
you're back to
Can you define what underwear means?
underwear is a piece of clothing that you wear to cover your private parts.
So,
oh wow, straight up.
wait. How would I wear underwear on my head?
Because you can wear it over your head.
So what is?
So-
Wait. What is Sheikh wearing?
I don't remember. I was fixing it in the underwear.
No, right now. Is he wearing underwear too? Because I was wearing the same thing as him.
Well,
Just
lie you or not.
A different model. You know, I had the iPhone 3. He's the
Yeah,
iPhone
Ismail
16.
was being an uncle. You know, some uncles they see those bandanas,
Yeah.
they confuse it with underwears
Yeah.
because they don't know.
That was not a bandana.
They don't know what a bandana kind of thing is. You know,
He's been in the dark.
he's just he's not cool enough.
Yeah.
So it's okay. And I didn't think it was underwear, by the way. I thought
what did
it
you
looked
think it was?
good, man. I think it looked good. It looked alright. Yeah, Ismail, what's going on?
Okay,
You all good?
No. Because why are you glazing him like that?
Hop off.
All right.
Whoa.
Alright, Sheikh. So,
All right.
first 2 weeks of school started. Can you tell me, I know we briefly talked about this, what your experience is, how you're getting back into the workforce, and I know you kind of got a new role.
Yeah, no, alhamdulillah, this is my second year in the new role as Director of Religious Affairs. But alhamdulillah, I love it, I enjoy it. I'm thinking always how to bring more Islam to the school, how to improve the schools, Islamic education, character education. And yeah, alhamdulillah, it's amazing seeing kids come and really, subhanAllah, the kids you see that were in grade 9 yesterday, all of a sudden they're in your grade, man. They're in grade 12. I'm like, shoot, man.
Oh, wow.
Years go by really fast.
I am minor. I know. It was just yesterday I blinked. I was in grade 9 now.
Yeah. See?
First year grade
Exactly.
12.
You can feel it too, right?
Last year.
Yeah. And I really feel, by the way, this is one of the responses to the hadith that time will be very fast near the end of times. There's a hadith that actually is one of the signs of Day of Judgment that time will be going fast. And I think this is part of it because I don't remember like hearing and reading books of the classical scholars saying, "Oh, time just flew by. Time just flew by." Of course, your life does seem like it's going faster. But when I hear young kids, teenagers saying life flew by, when I hearing, my young son saying, "Yo, how did I get to high school? I was just in kindergarten yesterday." I'm like, man, shoot, what's going on here? Something is weird, right? Yeah,
Sorry, just be quiet. Do you have OCD?
Me? No, bro. I'm doing tasbih whenever I can. So
So
I'm
you're
holding
doing
this.
tasbih in your...
Is that bid'ah?
Is this bid'ah? It's less bid'ah than your bandana.
What's wrong with everything I wear? I'm not sure how long you guys been following. I know we got a lot of fans. I know we're worldwide famous. But first episode I had braids. He had a problem with it.
Yeah.
He had a bigger problem with it.
Oh, yeah.
Second
And
episode.
Wallahi, it was the worst haircut that anyone from our friend group has ever gotten. And I put it on Wallahi and I stand by it. And
Yo,
it's probably,
why do you have to insult your brother, man? Live,
it's not an insult. His hair looks very beautiful right now.
Inshallah.
Stop
So now,
touching me.
so now you like it?
You just didn't like it 2 minutes ago.
Yeah.
Bipolar
No,
disorder.
not his hair. The thing he was wearing on his head.
Okay, back to the topic. The second episode, I was wearing an underwear on my head.
It
He
was.
didn't like it. I think he just likes seeing me in my natural state.
Okay. Anyways, dude, this is not bid'ah as long as you don't think that you're getting more reward by doing tasbih through it, or you think you can only do tasbih through it. Yes, the default is to use your fingers, and you should use your fingers. But if there's a tool that helps you to count, whether it's this, whether it's those digital counters, whether it's your cell phone, no problem. If it's something that whenever you see it, you grab it and it helps you start making dhikr, no problem. But if you think this will give you more reward, or this is, you have to only do it with it, then you're adding to the religion. Okay? So that becomes a bid'ah.
I've heard some people who say that you're only supposed to be doing it using your fingers, and if you do it with any other tool, you don't get the ajr for it.
That's their opinion, but
Is it legitimate?
it's a legitimate opinion that they can follow, but there's many other scholars who say otherwise.
Safe, just to break this down
Yeah.
for you, since you seem so dumbfounded, there are legitimate opinions and there are illegitimate
Yeah,
opinions. Okay, legitimate opinions are based on evidence from the Quran and Sunnah. Okay, based on evidence. Illegitimate are ones that are not based on it. Just for your information, since you seem so dumbfounded.
Well, it's
Jazakallah.
good. It's good. That's we're gonna learn, inshallah. Inshallah, we're gonna learn together. But yeah, the importance is when there are two legitimate opinions, do not attack the other's opinion. Just like I didn't attack you for having the opinion that you shouldn't wear it. If you have the use it. You shouldn't attack somebody who's using it if they have the opinion that it's okay to use and they have evidences for it.
What creates a legitimate explanation?
Take your time.
A legitimate opinion.
Yeah,
A legitimate opinion is something that has evidences from the Quran and Sunnah.
Like I
Okay.
said.
So as long as there is an opinion, because the same hadith could be understood in 2-3 different ways, right?
Okay, so it's based off interpretation.
Because sometimes it's the same hadith, because of the nature of language, could be understood in one or two different ways, right? If I say I saw Ismail with a binocular, what does that mean?
He's retarded.
No, don't say that. You're gonna get us canceled,
Okay,
bro.
okay.
Come on, don't use that
I
word.
can't say it. I'm sorry.
La hawla wa la quwwata
I'm
illa
highly
billah.
offended by that.
We're gonna
Very highly
that he's
offended.
intelligent.
I apologize on the behalf of your co-host as well.
It's okay.
Sorry.
Apologies not accepted. I want it from him. Please apologize.
We'll do it after the show.
No,
Get back
on air.
Not happening. It's gonna get that's gonna. I'll tell you why.
If you mess up, you should apologize in Islam.
Exactly. Listen to our shit.
I apologize, brother.
All right. Okay. Tayyib.
Just backtracking for a second to that original hadith you said about time going by really fast, and I've done a little bit of research on that myself. How soon is the Day of Judgment coming?
How soon is the Day of Judgment coming? Well, the Prophet ﷺ and the Quran always indicate to us that it's very close. And one thing regarding the Day of Judgment is that all the minor signs have happened. So we're literally, the next thing is going to happen is Imam Mahdi is going to show up. Allahu A'lam when that will happen. And that'll be sort of, that Imam Mahdi is the precursor of Dajjal, which is the first of the 10 major signs of the Day of Judgment.
So for him to come, how long would it take for the first major sign to do the last major sign?
The Prophet ﷺ literally explains the 10 major signs as beads in a tasbih. That once it's broken, how fast will the other beads come out?
Instantly.
Really fast.
Yeah.
So between Dajjal and Day of Judgment, it's going to be pretty fast. And when we say pretty fast, we don't mean 2-3 years, because we know Isa alayhi salam comes, and he'll be around. The other signs that come are not going to be all in the same year. It'll take, perhaps a couple of generations or so, but that's still very short, right? Because humanity's been there for a long time. So yeah, we got to be ready. We got to be ready, and remember, you don't need to for the day of judgment to come. The day you die is your day of judgment. So
Why do you say we have to be ready when it's a couple of generations away?
I just told you, because your death is your day of judgment, right? So you got to be ready for that, and also for those, when we say Imam Mahdi can be around the corner, we're not going to wait for Imam Mahdi. We're going to prepare for Imam Mahdi. We got to prepare our deen, our nafs, our character, our holistic development. And we got to work towards establishing the deen of Allah, whether Imam Mahdi comes tomorrow, in the next 10 years, or next 100 years, right? Because our deen is complete. And it's a big mistake to just wait around and say, oh, I'm not going to do anything until Imam Mahdi comes. No, we have a lot to do. We have genocide that's happening. That's, subhanAllah, our 1-year anniversary is around the corner, subhanAllah, of the beginning of the genocide. And, the world is still just watching it live, scrolling, and not doing enough.
Here.
Right?
I'm testing my father.
All right. That sounds good. All right. So, you guys, Saif, your last year of high school.
Yes, sir.
What's your, without telling me exactly what you want to do, but what are some things you think about when you're thinking what you should apply for? Like, how did you come across to your decision, whatever decision it was, what career to follow?
Anything but a bomb.
No, I don't think being a bomb is a bad thing. Except what the steps that I took was, what do I enjoy? What do I like? For the past couple years, I've been doing some online work myself in as far as like marketing, just digital marketing.
Right.
And I always had like the business set mindset since I was young. My dad had a couple of businesses himself, and I've been introduced into that life since a young age. So what went through my mind is just what I'm good at, and what do I want to do, what do I see myself actually doing and implementing. So when I'm thinking of applying, I'm thinking of applying something in business. And applying where, there's still a lot of places where you could go. I want to find a place or university where I can balance workload with like life and also my own personal projects. And a big factor for me for going to university is just another big factor is having the experience of going to university, because it's a once in a lifetime experience that, that we're blessed to have. And I'm just thinking where, all three of those could be, all those goals could be valued. I was speaking with my aunt the other day, and this thought didn't come across my mind until she told me, but she told me she went to Australia for university. And she's like,
from where? Where was she
from
living?
Toronto, from right here.
Oh,
Toronto.
wow.
She used to live right in my neighborhood, or by us. And that I just started thinking about that. She's like, yeah, when you move out, you find out who you really are. You find out what you like to do. You find out, what type of person you are and what type of person you want to be. And it's all the, people's values around you, your parents, you stop looking at the world through their eyes, but you see it through your own, because you have to make those decisions yourself. And I'm trying to, now I've just been thinking how I can value all those experiences and take that all down. Maybe I go overseas, maybe I go out of the country, or maybe even stay local and join my brother Ismail. I know we always don't see eye to eye, but we can join that shoe like. Join that shoe like.
All right. Yeah, look, doing what you like is an important thing. Doing what you're good at is an important thing. You want to also make sure you do something that, inshallah, can earn you a decent living. And I tell people, if you're really good at something, I think you can make decent money out of it. Because you can always, be excellent and exceptional and think out of the box and do something different for the world, solve world problems, regardless of what field you're in.
100%.
So you can, inshallah, succeed. But one advice, man, I'm going to just tell you this, and I'll tell this to the audience. Think also how you can make a difference in the ummah. Think about that. And it's not just, I just make money so I can donate. That's a very bland, mid kind of intention. Of course, make money and donate, but that shouldn't be your driving force to what type of career you want to do. You want to do a career. You want to go and do a needs analysis in the community, in the ummah. How can I solve certain problems and issues? And definitely, guy, entrepreneurship and business is something that many of the Sahaba were businessmen, were entrepreneurs, and they used their money to, make the deen go out there and not be so funny. All right, cool. All right, so I want to also ask you guys, youth your age, how do you guys plan? Do you guys discuss marriage? When are you gonna get married? All this fitna that's going out there. How do you guys keep sane with all the fitna that's out there? How do you guys keep sane? How do you guys keep focused? How do you guys keep it halal? Share with us. Share with the crowd.
Getting first, or?
Yeah, marriage is a topic where a lot of people who are more old school, like all the uncles, they think that in order to be married, you need to be fully financially stable, right? And I personally know a lot.
And the young guys don't think that they can just get married.
The young guys
and figure it out later.
Exactly, right? And to some element, there is, to some degree, there is truth in that, but there's also another element to it, right? So first, the uncles, they think that you need to first have an undergrad. Many of them won't let their daughters get married or their sons get married until they finish their undergrad, right? Until they find a job and they're financially stable, right? And there is truth to that. It is very important. But there is also the element of avoiding fitna. Because in those 4 or 5 years, right? Say a couple wants to get married at 18, right? They're not. This isn't.
A couple want to get married at 18. That means they were already a couple before they wanted to get married. You know what you just said?
Okay, the wording, the wording.
I caught him.
How old are you?
The wording
He's 20, don't worry.
Yeah. So it's not him. He's talking about other couples.
Exactly,
Yes.
it's not me. So
I saved you there, remember that.
Alhamdulillah.
no, you didn't. You made it worse. But now you ruined my train of thought. Say a couple wants to get married at 18, right?
Yes.
Their parents say no.
Right.
Now for the next 4 to 5 years, if they're actually serious about it, and this isn't one of those teenage love where you impulse.
But they're 18. It is teenage love.
You had to take it for the meaning that I have behind the words, not the literal.
All right. Keep going.
Right?
Help him, man. Help him.
Okay. Do you want me to finish your...
No, thank you, sir.
He's lost in the sauce. He cannot process. What can I say, man?
Finish it. Okay, 18-year-olds. Okay.
Right.
Yeah.
Those 4 to 5 years.
They're keeping it halal. 18-year-olds are keeping it halal. But they found like they're good for each other.
Good for each other.
They don't know how, but they just think they're good for each other.
Exactly.
Because they like the same posts on social media or
exactly,
something like
there
that.
you go. You know.
Exactly. Yeah, I got you.
Similar
I got
habits.
They like the same show.
Same pages. They follow the same
Exactly,
kind of
right?
people. Okay.
Same music.
Yeah.
Taylor Swift.
Astaghfirullah.
Yeah, they all follow the Muslim Principle show.
Oh,
Exactly.
Yeah.
Maybe they met in the comment section.
Exactly.
Maybe they're fans of the Dawah CEO.
Yes, exactly.
Editor, could you put like my name tag on my head? Like editor, right here?
Don't do that.
Dawah CEO. Put that right there.
Put your hand down.
all right. Yes. And then, okay, so then what happens?
For those 4 to 5 years,
Yeah.
right, they're living in constant fitna, right? They want each other, but they can't because their parents are preventing it from happening.
Right.
Yeah. So there's also, if I believe there's an ayah that says, or ayah or hadith, I've completely blanking on this one,
Okay.
right? It says,
Tell us, and I'll see if I can remember
right?
it. Yes.
It's in rough meaning means to get married and Allah will provide for you, right?
إن يكون
يكون فقراء
يغنيهم الله من فضله.
Fadli. I knew it. I knew it.
Very much,
Yes.
right? So
Which means, rather, if they are poor, Allah will give them and bless them from His blessings.
right. So if they are poor, Allah will give them from His blessings, right? So there, at least in my opinion, there is no reason for parents to prevent their children from getting married if they see that they are compatible, they do have a good future ahead of them, right? It isn't just like the kid is a bum, right? He has a good future. He's going into a good program. He has good life goals, right? He's serious. He's educated, right? This isn't just let them get married no matter what. Right? They have to be. Yeah, there's a list of criteria that will be different for each parents. But if these align, there is no reason for them to be kept away from each other,
Right.
As that will only lead to more haram for the couple themselves.
Right.
Right.
So let me intervene here for a little bit, if you don't mind.
Yeah.
Listen,
Thank you.
There are two scenarios, and let's make sure it's very clear. There's two scenarios here, Ismail. Do you hear me?
Yes.
There's a scenario where already Ahmed and Fatima like each other somehow. They did chemistry class and then they developed some kind of chemistry. All right? All right? So this is a case where they already are. They're already. Why are you looking at him like that? Huh?
Nothing. Nothing. Please
Okay,
keep
so
going,
they're
keep
already
going.
they're already interested in each other and they're going to first year university and they're already like really sure about getting married to each other.
Yeah.
Okay? So this is a case where I will tell parents, look, your kid is already in love, all right? And you can make fun of the love and you can, say it's puppy love or whatever you want to call it, but it's real, all right? Love is real, all right? What are you guys laughing at, okay?
I'm laughing because he's looking
All
at me
right.
weird.
So in this case, please be careful. Be careful. If they're going to the same university, they're going to see each other all the time. Save your kid, man. Save your child in that situation. All right. But this is one case. Case B, which I want you to understand, is Ahmed going to propose to Fatima. They're not really crazy in love with each other, right? They're just, they're just, I guess. He's like interested in the girl. She's nice. She's pretty. She's whatever, religious, whatever it may be that he's attracted to, and he wants to go and propose. In that case, the parents of the girl, they should analyze finances and everything else, and it's completely in their right to say, no, not yet. We want our kids to, we want our daughter to focus. We think this marriage might make her not focus, etc., etc. But I will say this to parents. I've seen many cases of girls getting married, first year university, etc., and the marriage actually helps. It actually helps them complete university. Don't think your daughter will be, too distracted and not able to complete university. In most cases, she'd probably be less distracted. She has a goal. She has a person that she cares about. The guy is less distracted. He has somebody he's with, and inshallah it'll help them complete their university. But guys out there, please respect the parents, respect your parents, respect her parents. Do not go behind them and get yourself in trouble. Get yourself to become a couple. Get your emotions all in there, and then not take a no for an answer and then get yourself in trouble in dunya and akhirah.
For people who are stuck in that situation where, they didn't watch this episode before, and they got into that, now they're a couple, as they say.
Yeah.
How do they get out of that? I want to answer where you're not going to say just stop for the sake of Allah. It's something more deep because people have seen those videos before.
Yeah.
Can you give us a perspective where it's like a unique, where it really like ties to their emotions and gets
Well,
done?
listen. Right now, look, there's only two solutions to having a crush in Islam. There's only two. There's no third. So I'm not gonna come and bring you anything fancy or deep.
Yeah.
Right. The solution number one is to go and get married. Solution number two is to crush the crush. Okay. There's no third one.
These are media trained answers.
All right.
Guys.
There's nothing else, guys. Third one will be something haram. All right. Third one will be haram. Third one is where Shaitan says, "Oh, put her on the waiting list. Just put her on hold. Just message each other once a week. Come back." No, it's not gonna happen. Right? That's just way for Shaitan to make you prolong crushing the crush. All right? Because that's the only way to do it. There's no other way. Any other way will lead you to haram. Step by step, Shaitan will lure you back in. So get married, and if you can't, you have to crush the crush.
Thank you for the answer, and I agree with going back. I agree with the point that you said about if a man comes and proposes to the girl, and the girl's parents has the right to analyze the guy, and if they refuse, they have to both respect it. But so, are you saying that if the couple are madly in love with each other, all that the parents should not analyze the couple?
Analyze as much as they can and as much as you want. And look, in our time and in our place, you need to recognize when your son or your daughter is khalas, like moving forward with you or without you. You know your son or daughter best. If you're going to say no, they're going to still go behind your back, then don't go through that torture for your son, daughter, and yourself, and don't throw your kids into hellfire. Save them. That's all I'm gonna say.
So essentially, what you're saying is that even if the girl's parents have the thinking that the guy is not right for their daughter, right? That he's not a good person, or he doesn't have a good future, that they should still let it go forward to save their akhirah.
Yeah, at a certain point, yes. At a certain point, look again. You advise your son, you advise your daughter. I mean, you're talking in the case of the daughter, of course, as we know, the parents of the daughter must be good with it, especially the father. The father's he's the wali, he's the one who's responsible. He's the one who's Islamically in charge of taking care of the girl until she's given off her hand in marriage to the guy. Then the guy is the one who's responsible, right? So his permission is a requirement. It's a requirement of marriage in Islam. Okay? La nikaha bila wali. There's no nikah without a wali. So it's a requirement. So he needs to be on board. Now, if he's going to say no, he has the right to say no. But in our situation, in our time, here specifically in the West, where the girls going to school, the girls outside the house, the girls, unfortunately can run away from the house, etc. Measure it a little bit better. You know your daughter better. If you can convince her, if you can, I say, parents, please do convince your kids. Don't just shut them up. Don't tell them if you bring this guy's name up again, I will never talk to you. You're not my daughter, right? Because guess what? She may not bring him up to you again, but she's going to be with him again and again.
Preach.
Yeah.
Right, so in the case where the parents do block off, like in this scenario, the parents do block off the marriage and the couple still goes and continues with it behind their parents' back, would the parents carry a share of the sin of whatever the couple might do?
It depends if they. I mean, look. It depends if what was the reason that the guy said no, right? If it was really number one and was like caring about the girls' dunya and akhirah, and as a caretaker, this guy is not who I want to marry my daughter, I have the right to say that, right? But if the guy is racist. The father is racist. I've had those cases
very often,
and is doing it for selfish reasons, etc., etc. He could be accountable, right? But if he's really acting in the best interest of his daughter, that Allah has put him there, and he says no to her, to the guy, sorry, and she disobeys him, he has no sin. She's the one who has the sin. So the cases are not all the same. Okay,
it's not a case.
It's a case by case basis.
Okay, I'm gonna cut you off.
No,
it's been 10 minutes.
I will cut you off again. It's one last question.
Right? I'll let it go.
Let's do the last one. Go quickly.
Keep it really short. Keep it really short.
Right. So in the case with the father, right? He declines. So what do you have to say to the fathers who decline a marriage request based on the person's ethnicity or something that's not based on a person's character and Islamic values? What do you have to say to them?
Keep it fast, Sheikh.
I'm going to keep it quickly. The Prophet says if you don't marry off your daughter to someone whose deen is good and their akhlaq is good, so you're happy with both and you still say no to them, the Prophet says there will be great mischief and corruption on earth. SubhanAllah, we are witnessing it. So you're helping and aiding in the mischief and the corruption and the fitna and the fasad. So please don't do that.
Okay, awesome. We got that over with. To end off the podcast, I'd like to ask you guys a couple questions I've prepared. If I make dua for rain, but it snows instead, does that mean my slippers performed Hajj?
I have no idea what the slippers have to do with snow and Hajj, bro.
Do you get it?
No.
Do you get it?
Yeah, I get it.
Can you explain it?
Right. So essentially, what happens?
So you have to do a tafsir of a joke.
Yeah, exactly.
Then the joke is bad, man. If you have to do a tafsir of a joke, just know that the joke is bad. But go ahead.
The joke has an age limit.
For the record, this is entirely from him, his idea and everything. Right? Just to like take the blame off myself. So like when it rains, right?
Yeah.
Right. It rains. It falls on the earth. What happens? The rain evaporates, right? And the clouds, they move.
Okay. Give me a water cycle lesson right now, okay?
I'm going to check on this real quick.
And then?
Are you okay, safe? right? So the water evaporates, right? And what happens when the water evaporates? It goes back up into the clouds. And what do clouds do? They move across the earth, right? If you've ever looked at like a meteorologist map or whatever, right?
Okay,
The
dude.
clouds
Yeah,
move.
keep going. Yeah.
So what happens, like if the rain falls onto my slipper, right? Then it evaporates back onto the clouds. Then it goes, the cloud moves onto Mecca. Then it rains.
And then
on
the
ground.
slippers. You got it.
During the time of Hajj.
You got it. Next question. So,
Wow.
if,
Okay. I'll need a longer tafsir after.
Okay,
but
well,
keep going. Okay.
if you guys have any questions, comment. He'll be there. He doesn't
please,
manage the
if you guys
account.
can explain what the heck this whole
So,
slipper doing Hajj thing is. Okay.
Bro,
Yeah.
if you fast on a Tuesday, but you accidentally eat a date, can you stop? If you fast on a Tuesday, but you accidentally eat a date on a Wednesday, how many times does your pillow say astaghfirullah?
Allahumma
Can you-
inna na'udhu bika min ilmin la yanfa'.
Can you give us some insight on that, please, Sheikh?
Oh Allah,
Mike's on you.
we seek refuge in you from knowledge that is not beneficial.
Never mind. Can you? Mike's on you now.
No.
Okay,
I
wait.
don't know what you're talking about.
Okay, can we get a serious joke now? I mean, not a joke, but like a question, because those were jokes.
If I pray Fajr at Maghrib time while riding a unicycle, does the moon instantly turn into a kebab sandwich? Ismail, explain that, please.
I can't. That's just even way too far for me.
Guys, can you guys please help us and give us some better questions in the comments, please?
You're
Get
way
us some
too-
questions in the comments that are better than. I don't know where you got these questions from. Did you ask ChatGPT or?
No,
or-
he made it up himself because he's very
I don't think
intelligent.
even ChatGPT can get those kind of questions.
Okay, I'll ask you a question.
Yeah.
If getting a tattoo wasn't haram, what tattoo would you get and where?
Bro, what kind of question is that?
No, like
Serious question.
It's like if drinking alcohol wasn't haram, which alcohol would
no,
you,
but
would
you,
you
but
drink?
you would need to taste
Astaghfirullah,
it.
safe.
You need to taste it. But if it wasn't haram, like in Jannah, where would you get your tattoo?
I hate tattoos. I hate it for the sake of Allah. I detest it with all my heart. So I cannot imagine not detesting it, loving it, and wanting it. So I'm sorry, I'm not gonna answer that question.
So like right here.
No.
What about it's like the kalama
Safe, please
on
be
your
serious. for the
my
sake of
my big
podcast.
forearm?
See, this is how shaitan gets these youth. You know, ask them if it's
You
halal.
want the gym?
If it was halal, where would you like it?
Gym?
Yeah. Come
Gym
on,
or
man.
No,
It's
I
haram.
was ready to
Don't
check.
imagine haram being halal and then like you should. Seriously, guys, there's one thing I want to just say quickly. When something is haram, you should hate it and hate it from your heart. So when you hate it from your heart, you're not gonna, ask, oh, if it was halal or I wish it was halal or anything like that, right? So hate it from your heart. You won't have some thoughts like that, okay?
Do you have any questions? Or
Well, so listen, guys. Inshallah, this was the third episode. We'll do another one, inshallah, in a couple of weeks. Let's make the questions more deeper,
Yes,
all right,
please. Yes,
without
please,
it, raining on me, right? I hope you guys enjoyed it. Please give us your comments, give us your feedback, and we'll see you in the next episode. Don't forget to subscribe and like the episode, inshallah.
Then-
Even if
then-
you don't really like it.
shake the ring bell too. Tell them about the ring bell, like the ring notification bell.
Yeah,
So they
yeah.
get notified.
Something, notification,
Yeah,
right? Yeah.
Also follow Sheikh on Instagram. Me too. Dawah CEO. This guy is not really important, He's a runaway model. He's gone. He comes back sometimes when he wants to. We only do this podcast when he's free. It's like
All right,
mashallah.
inshallah. طيب, guys, jazakallah khairan. Good show. Barakallahu feekum. Take care.
Assalamu
Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.